in light of horrific sexual abuse stories that have been making the rounds on social media, the role of parents has never been more imperative to understand. Parenting coach Izefua has joined us once again this morning. It's been a while we've had her on the show. But we're going to be talking about responsive parenting. Now, she's a coach, parent educator, and she's a positive psychology practitioner. And it's always great to have you.
Great to be back and to see you again, Titi, after a long time.
All right. So now this is a really big issue. A lot of different opinions going here and there. But I know you want to make you want to put specific light on certain issues you found from the video that was making the rounds.
Yes, so this is a very difficult conversation, like you said, and the contributions this morning is not necessarily one that is focused on putting anyone down specifically, but I thought very strongly when I watched those videos, and my heart goes to the families, right, involved, Busola and everyone involved, and to her family as well. When I watched those videos, I thought that she was very, very instructive to us as parents. Okay. She kept repeating certain things about what made her afraid and what was not available within her environment, what resources she did not have, right? And when I watched those videos, I thought she's so instructive because she's telling us what research is actually saying about parenting, responsive parenting, and particularly responsive fatherhood.
Okay, she did mention her father not being available once or twice.
Yes.
You know, so is this your focus right now?
Yes, it is very strongly my focus. So certain things she said was, we really did not have a covering because there was no man. That got to me, really. And then she said, I felt safe and I felt secure because my father was not really there for me. He was never around. Okay. Right?
That's two?
That's two. And she kept talking around, and then something else she said was, and then she said, my family, everybody was just trying to do one or two things for themselves. We're just all just trying to do things for ourselves. That's something else. So it tells you really, and really, I do honor her siblings, the role they played, right, in supporting her. And then she tells you how she could not tell anybody.
Now that is what got to me.
Yes.
The fact that there was just nobody to tell, nobody she could explain to that would hear her out.
Yes.
And this feels like something that's happening in a lot of homes now.
Yes.
I know there were definitely some certain things I wouldn't tell my parents, but there are some that I definitely would.
Yes.
But maybe that's based on my upbringing.
Yes. So that's the thing. You said based on your upbringing. The thing is, when a child, a teenager, or even an adult, right, it is when we feel safely attached in our relationships. That is when we're able to open up and talk about, even in every form of relationship, and talk about things that you go through. If you really look at it, who do you tell what your challenges are? The person that makes you feel safe and secure. And the way nature has made it, the family unit is supposed to be that unit where we feel safe, we feel secure, to be able to bring our issues, challenges, and hopes to, really.
Okay, so now my question would be, do our kids feel safe around us?
So that question...
Are they afraid of us?
That question, I sat down and I asked myself these questions. If anything happens to my daughters, will they come to tell me? Good or bad? Right now. And the truth is, I think all of us as parents can answer that question. You know.
I think I believe mine do. They actually do come to me. And
so the question I would ask you, Titi, is what did you do to create the enabling environment for your child to be able to speak to you about anything, even things that are frightening, scary? And the truth is, I think it's really in little things, you see, particularly for our fathers, because a lot of times emphasis goes to the mothers. Mothers are available, where we just need to be more intentional and deliberate in being present. And the presence is not physical. It's being emotionally present. And that is where the challenge is, because a lot of times when our children are in that state of emotional tantruming and high, we are also reactive. We are unable to connect with our children to be able to provide emotional stability for them. And after a while, they recognize that when I'm going through this, it's not you I turn to. So who do I turn to?
So from what age are we observing this as quickly as possible? Are we talking about age 4, age 5, you know, coming with little things like, you know, there's a scratch on my arm, or someone hit me.
As always, the truth is, the older they get, when you do not start doing it early, the more they're drifting from you.
Oh, wow.
So we need to be, and don't forget, once they step into their teenage age, naturally, their brains prepare them to go outside to be with friends and other people. Beautiful. So from the day your child is born, you need to begin to create the environment, that enabling environment, that when you're present, you're actually with your child. You're involved in everything they're doing.
Izefua, it's always gold whenever you come to the studio. And I know that this topic, we can't exhaust it today.
Yeah.
We're going to have to continue it again next week. When it comes to parenting, we have so much to learn. You can't know it all.
Yeah.
But we have to go for a quick break now. And Wake Up Nigeria continues. It's the top of the hour.